Alright. So today's video is going to be basically covering 5 things that I think every new streamer should have. Now, this video is going to be targeted more towards people who are streaming on a PC. I know that there's a ton of new streamers who are starting out on a console if you're playing on PlayStation or Xbox, but that streaming experience is a little bit different in terms of what you actually have control over when you're on a PC. I can make a video about that, 5 things that I think that everybody who's streaming off of a console should have or do, but this video in particular is going to be more targeted towards someone who just got a PC or who's had a PC for a little while and is deciding that they might want to get into trying to stream and create content on the internet. So the first thing, if you've watched any videos about this before, you're probably going to get the same answer as the first thing on the list, but it's going to be quality audio. And what I mean by that is not just having a good or expensive microphone or a good mix. All of those are part of it, but that could also be room noise. Like before I started recording, I had the TV on in the background. You could probably hear that motorcycle driving by right now. But you also don't want to have your AC unit droning in the background, making it impossible to hear what you're saying. Any possible background noise, you want to try to have that down to a minimum. Also, if you're in a big room with no furniture in it, just a bunch of blank walls, that audio is going to echo back toward your microphone. So you want to have something in your room, a bed, a couch, to help absorb some of that noise. That way it doesn't sound so echoey. Alright, number 2 on the list is going to be a love for content in general. I feel like it's hard for someone to go and decide that they want to create content on the internet themselves if they don't consume content on the internet. If it's watching YouTube videos, watching Twitch streamers, even just being actively engaged on Twitter and Instagram and seeing the kind of posts that go out from larger influencers on said platforms, it's really important to be engaged in what is happening and what's working. That way you have sort of a roadmap of what you should be doing. Obviously it's harder when you go and you watch someone like Courage JD, who puts out stream highlights 2 hours after his stream is out because his editor is literally actively working on that video as the stream is happening. Everybody else on the internet doesn't have the same resources and have a team of 10 people behind them, but you have to have the desire to want to do that, and it's not going to be easy. You're probably going to have to sacrifice time doing things that are more fun to you during the day, like, oh, I want to hang out with my friends, or I want to, you know, whatever your other hobbies are. If you really want to take this seriously and you want to push this to be a career, there are going to be sacrifices that you have to make because you have to treat this, at least to some degree, as a job. Obviously it's still fun, but it's definitely something that has to be taken seriously, because otherwise you're just gonna get left behind by everybody else who's putting in more work. So we talked about 2 things so far: quality audio and a desire to make it happen. The third thing, this is sort of more of a detail, but it makes a really big difference, even if you don't have a quality camera, is a well-lit face. You can see my face well right now. I opened up the window next to me a little bit to let in some light from the side, and I took the lamp that's on the desk that I'm recording on, and I shone it up against the wall to have more of a diffused light. If I turn this off, that's not very good. You know what I'm saying? Making sure that your lighting is covered is huge. I've seen 2 streams with the same webcam, a Logitech C920, very entry-level basic webcam that 90% of people use. One lit like this, and you can't see anything. Their face is just distorted. It's like you're looking through a lens that's smudged. And someone who actually put some time to make sure that their face is illuminated, and that camera has a lot easier time picking up that image because it's actually lit up. Obviously a better camera will handle lower light better, but doing the little things, you don't have to invest $600 into a good camera plus a cam link. Just make sure you have a lamp that can light up your face. It's really that easy, and it makes a really big difference because, I don't know, it's nice to see the face of the person that is playing the games that you're watching online, or if you're making YouTube videos, I want to see your face when you're talking. I don't just want to hear your voice. Also, back to the quality audio. I want to be able to hear your voice, not your dog barking, not your AC unit running in the background. It's the little things. It makes a really, really big difference. All right, number 4 on the list. This is one that I constantly have to remind myself about. And it's something that I think a lot of other people don't think about often enough. And it can be very discouraging to them when they do try to move forward without remembering this. And it's that content creation and growing a brand on the internet is a marathon, not a sprint. And that just means I've been streaming now for going on 3 years. And by no means am I doing content creating full time. At all. Not even close. I don't make money doing it. And that's partially on me because I haven't done the most I can in those 3 years to make sure that I am growing a brand. I kind of have just been going through the motions for a good chunk of that. You know, as I grow a little bit older and I get more experience in content creation, I'm realizing, oh, there's more things I can be doing and need to be doing to make this happen. So we're putting in those steps to make that happen. But you just have to know that it takes time. I mean, people look at someone like Ninja and they're like, well, he blew up because Fortnite blew up and that was easy. That was handed to him. Yes, Fortnite really helped his career, but he also had been streaming for years on Twitch. Before Twitch was even Twitch, on Justin TV, Ninja was streaming for 6+ years before he blew up. Granted, he was still putting in the same work and making it happen, and he was grinding to put out content and be the best that he could. He was still one of the top streamers. He just hadn't hit that, like, transcendent Ninja level yet. But you just have to understand that there is a lot more time needed for stuff like this to happen than I think a lot of people realize. Remember that. Alright, number 5. I think this one is actually pretty big as well. I mean, it's only 5 things, and there's a million things that can be said, so obviously all these are relatively important, but a desire to push the boundaries of the regular in terms of content creation and be different. And what I mean by that is, don't just be another Fortnite streamer or another Warzone streamer or another Call of Duty Zombies YouTuber, or you don't just want to put out the same videos and the same style of stream and content that everybody else is, because then why is anybody going to choose you over somebody else? Granted, there are millions of people doing this, so there are going to be similarities between you and somebody else, but make your brand you. Don't try to make videos that are somebody else's videos, but you're making it, if that makes sense. Don't, oh, Courage JD makes Among Us videos and he edits them this specific way and he acts like this on stream, so I'm just gonna yell all the time and I'm gonna be over the top and I'm gonna slam my desk and I'm gonna stand up and walk around my room, and that stuff works, but if that's not how you naturally are, people are going to be able to tell and it's not going to work. So if that's your brand, if that is you naturally, that's how you are, don't not do that because somebody else does it, but don't do it because somebody else does it. Does that make sense? I don't know if that made sense. I don't know if that made sense. Basically, be you, regardless of what anybody else is doing. That is how you're going to grow a following on the internet. Because people want to be in tune and up to date with what you personally are doing and not what StealthJT, the dude who changes his personality every 2 weeks, is doing. I think there's only a handful of people who have been able to make it online and in content creation through a persona, and really only one that I can think of right now is Doc. But that's because it's such an original thing. It's not like he saw somebody else doing it. He was like the one to start it. So all I'm saying is be unique, be yourself, and don't be afraid to try something a little bit different. If you're like, I've never seen anybody do a cooking stream. I mean, obviously people have done cooking streams, but if you have an idea and you're like, well, I've never seen anybody do that before, that could be a good thing. That could be your opportunity to like seize that niche group in content creation or on YouTube or on Twitch. If you've never seen somebody do something, go do it. See if it works. It might not work, and maybe that's why nobody does it. But maybe it does work and just nobody's realized. So don't be afraid of trying new things. That's really the big thing. Push the boundaries, be unique, be yourself. And just, yeah. That's really all I got for you. I'm recording from my hotel room in Arizona. I'm visiting my girlfriend, and I just had this on. I was literally in the shower. Shower thoughts, man. Hashtag shower thoughts. I was like, this would be a really interesting video to put out because I get questions like this relatively frequently on stream. And I obviously am not the biggest person to ask. I mean, there's people like Harris Heller and a ton of other channels who have hundreds of thousands of subscribers and thousands of viewers on Twitch who have more experience than me. But just a variety of opinions. Like, you don't just want to watch one video and be like, this is what I need to do. I want you to watch 10 videos. And hopefully everyone gives slightly different opinions, and from that you can gather like, all right, well, these were all common, so these are definitely important and I need to do these. But then you can look at other stuff and be like, well, I feel like I kind of already do that, but I didn't think about that thing that he said, you know? Anyway, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. Make sure that you comment down below if you do want to see that console streaming tips. I can do that for you as well. Make sure that you subscribe to the channel, like the video, let me know if there's anything else you want to see. And that's all. Follow me on Twitch. I'm live basically every night, 7 p.m. Pacific. We'll catch you there. Link down below. And yeah, have a good day.